All right, everybody. Today we're going to be mining out of Hurston with our prospector. We should get plenty of work orders. I should be able to make several trips today. Somebody's complaining about the cargo bug that I complained about just the other day. Right here in game chat. That's pretty cool. Make sure I get all my stuff pulled up so I'll be able to monitor all the chats. So if you'll just bear with me just a second, we will most definitely get started. Great. So that crashed.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Let's go ahead and retrieve our
Vehicle
prospector.
select. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
So I need to
Welcome
retrieve
to
something
the
else too,
ASOP
something
Vehicle
I
Retrieval
destroyed the
System.
other day. Right. Yes, we'll claim that. We won't
Your insurance claim has been
retrieve
settled.
it. Hanger full. Yeah, I don't know what happened there with that. That was ridiculous. But we got it started.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Alright, I think we're going to go down to Ariel and do some mining. And so we're in the Misk Prospector. The mining head I use is the Hofstede. And I use the Rieger C3 module. Give me that little bit of power boost.
Thank you, and please visit again.
I do not have a Bore Max on me. Alright, let's see here. Ariel, set route. I was looking for gold, never found any. Or I found just a little bit maybe. But today we're just looking to kind of relax, chill, have a little bit of really chilled gameplay. This is a gaming loop that does work. Just as long as we don't experience the cargo bug when we haul our cargo off. That is, yeah, it's pretty relaxing. There's always the challenge of finding that rock that says it's impossible to be able to crack that bad boy. Alright, now we're in Hurston, so we just have to find our little blue marker for Ariel. There it is. Sometimes I can't find the blue marker very fast because it'll blend in with the stuff on the side of the screen. It's all blue. So first we gotta go to orbital marker 4 and then we can go to Ariel. HDMS place. There we go. We're going to go to HDMS Lathan. And we'll start out from there searching for our rocks to mine. Just a faster way to get to the ground without me flying to the surface.
Quantum travel complete.
Alright, let's get closer to the ground. Alright, right there we have already got a hit. V. Tab. Alright, several rocks. But since there's several of them, we might be lucky and find something that we want. Head out. And again, I don't have any gadgets on me to be able to use the Bore Max. I don't think I have the Saber. I didn't check. I didn't prepare well. We can grab that after we drop off our first load. Obsidian deposit, probably too big. Quartz, borates. I'm going to try it anyways. Even though that's a low compositional difference. Rise up. Top always try to stay within the optimal range on the window. Gives us the biggest optimal window we can go across. stressful thing about it is if you get into the overcharging. And now last patch 3.19, you had to worry about overcharging the rock. Or you get, even if you busted the rock in optimal mode, in the optimal range or window, it would still break and cause damage to your ship. We were lucky on that one. We actually got into the red when it busted. But they had fixed that in patch 3.19.1. 100 quartz, don't want it. Quartz is worthless to me. Borays, no thanks. Not in that quantity. Quartz, no thanks. So that's it. You break your rock, you just scan, you know, take the stuff you want. If it's not in the quantities you're looking for, don't get it. This one will have to rebust, so if it's 100% borays, we would, but it's not, it's just quartz. Quartz. And yep, it's all just quartz. No quantities that I want, so we're gonna move on. Hold on, we got one that we haven't scanned yet. Nope. Alright, so when you bring out the Bormax, you bring out the best. Anyways, no, and it causes things to group into larger groups. So it changed your cluster modifier overall. So this one we got to be really careful. You notice it's going up at minimum laser intensity, and that's the lowest I can go. So we'll have to do the mining head toggle. Let's get up, turn it off, back on and off until you get your rock bust. Depending on the instability of the rock, you can really run into some problems. Barrel. We might actually get a decent crack without having to have the Bormax. Quartz 100. Barrel 100%. That's what we're looking for. That'd be a good haul. Not much, 1.69 SCU. That's 100% inert material. No sense in wasting our time scanning that. Barrel, 100%. 99.99% with 0% inert. So yeah, 100%. Quartz, no thank you. So that's the only time-consuming part about this is the scanning. Well, sometimes flying and actually finding rocks. If you're looking for specific things, like back in the day, I just used to look for agricium all the time because it was the only tier 2 mineral that was worth anything. But now everything's kind of changed in value. Quantanium used to be the most expensive material, but now we have different to choose from, which choice is always kind of a good thing.
Fracturing mode on.
So if this one was 100%, this would be pretty good because that's a huge mass and it's already in a state that we can pick it up. But it's always going to be mixed with some trash minerals. Agricium, quartz, see? Alright. All right, let's move on. So we checked all those. Neither one of them was really worth mining after I busted them. That's my mistake for not bringing a bore max with. But you know, they say failure to plan is planning to fail. Let's hope we don't hit any invisible walls tonight. That would be great. Because that was lame the other day. Oh, this looks promising. So we'll start up at the bottom, work our way around. Because I'll go ahead and tell you that one looks like it's going to be huge. The shell deposit, 17,000. That's too big for us to even think about busting. This one probably is too, 22,000. This one isn't. But it's gonna be trash rock. Actually, it's got gold in it.
Extraction mode.
So I'm going to take it even though it's got the quartz. I'm going to take it because it has the gold. It's got the barrel. That gold is very valuable.
Fracturing mode on.
Alright, this is another one where we're going to have to toggle on and off. Really just pay attention. Oh, look at that. As soon as I get close to it going,
Extraction mode on.
alright, so that was easy. Quartz 100%. The rock didn't really bust out, so we'll have to fly around it to get to all the different parts. 100% barrel. Not bad, not bad. Alright. I've been having a lot of problems with the little modules that I throw in the rocks with the mining gadgets, where it's not working properly or working like it should. But I just updated my computer, so hopefully that'll cut out on some of those issues we've been having. Because I didn't realize it, but this game eats up a ton of RAM. Like, it was using all of it. You mix that with some streaming software, you have no memory at all. That rock's too big. That rock's too big. Let's fly over here, see what this rock is. But it's too big. Just looking at it tells me it's too big. Could be wrong though. It's 12,000, so technically it is too big. But we're gonna test it anyways. Because if I can just get that to budget a little bit, we can crack it. Alright, that answers that. Alright. So move on to the next rock. Good news is we've already got 10 SCU of beryl. We have 1.27 SCU of gold, so if we can refine that gold, it'll have been worth the trouble. Oh, I almost did that.
Mining mode off. Mining mode on.
I think these are all going to be small enough we should be able to get them. 12,000.
Fracturing mode
That
on.
doesn't look like 12,000. 20% resistance. See that? That gauge move. Just go around to find that sweet spot. It's just right there. And we're going to let it do its thing. Move a little bit, bring it back down. Move a little bit, bring it back down. Try to stay in that sweet spot where it's working. Just kind of go back and forth. Not much. So a lot of times I'll do a little circle motion on there just so I can find the sweet spot on the rock that says it's impossible. Off the range. Yeah, so while you're waiting on this, you know, you can just be relaxed and chilling. Then it starts getting stressful when it starts dropping like that. You're like, man, what did I do wrong? What you did wrong was trying to bust the rock. Now we're going to drop all the way out. Found the sweet spot. Fell out of it. That happens. Yep, we fell out of it. Alright, so it's just what it meant to be. Another impossible rock. So maybe if we had a helix, we'd be able to hit these. Or if I had a modifier that allowed us to have a gadget that allows us to modify the resistance of the rock, we might good to go. This one will be simple because it's only 1494 in mass, so it's not even very big.
Warning. Power critical. Warning. Power critical.
Look how fast that drops right now. It's almost like we get a little bit of server lag. I think we are getting server lag.
Warning.
See how fast that shot back up.
Warning. Power critical.
And I think the server caught up. So I'll go back up. So if you're too close, it will destroy your ship or at least damage all your mining stuff. That was Hephaestonite? No, that was beryl. So that's 100%. on that one. But again, this was small rock. Maybe I shouldn't have taken this one. There we go, another 100% chunk. Alright, what do we got here?
Fracturing mode on.
This is probably some garbage. But you know what? I thought we had a garbage rock a while ago and it had gold in it. That one is a garbage rock. Got us a pretty nice little size rock, 2800. It's not, I mean, it's not awesome, but it's not terrible either.
Construction mode on.
So hopefully we get a couple 100% chunks. That's what I would like to have. Oh. It's essentially just mining's just all about running around or flying around, finding the rocks you want to bust, and busting them. Today was kind of an unusual day. I stayed up last night a little too late. Today I come home, church, my RAM was in my mailbox on a Sunday. I was really shocked by that, so I was able to upgrade the RAM today. I tested out the stuff, made sure it was going to work right, made sure all this was going to work as far as the streaming setup, only to find out that I can't pull the multi-stream chat into the window. So I'm going to use a different utility by a different company, and we'll find out if that works better. But I'll have to test it not today, because right now we're doing what we're doing. I think that's where we came from, isn't it? I should have paid attention to what the compass said. So this is where we came from. So yeah, pay attention to your compass when you're doing this stuff. We're essentially heading, what is this, northeast, north, 70 degrees, 75, 80 degrees. So we're essentially heading on an 80 degree, 85 degree heading, somewhere around in there. So we know if we check that one to the left, 7,000, we're good. Really, we're heading to this 4,000 because it's closer. That's why it's important to ping more often, is because you see how it popped into view. This one's going to be a big stone. Probably too big for us to bust. We're going to head down here and check it out anyways. Because what if I'm wrong? Something cool. It's going to be small. The mass is huge on it though. Says it's impossible. At 11,678 mass, says it's impossible. I think that's because it's going to be a Felton. how it wasn't budging also? I start wheeling that around like that. And then you start shooting up. You can't tell me that doesn't work. Because it just did. I can move it some more.
Warning. Power critical. Extraction mode on.
So we were kind of in the critical zone, but not too bad, so that wasn't too shabby. Quartz, Bexalite, so hopefully there's more Bexalite we can get to. So I've made it worth busting. Our percentages look like they're not going to be in our favor, of course. %. 33%. Now let's see what we get here. 2%. So yeah, not in our favor at all. That stunk. It stinks it up.
Fracturing mode on.
Let's see what we have here. Gems. Those threw me off. For certain they threw me off. It's funny, if you were watching the rock mining video the other night, I flew around for a long time looking for gems and only found 2 gem deposits. It's like, you know, when you're looking for something, you can't find it. But when you're not looking for it, it's everywhere. Impossible 15,000 Laranite. These granite deposits can be brutal. Because this one says easy. We'll see how easy it is. Oh, looks like it's going to be easy. So that's good. That's good.
Extraction mode on.
Okay, NBA Diarrhea, I got it figured out. I can't see the Twitch stream, so I apologize for that as far as seeing the Twitch chat. I'm going to get a different overlay tool. We'll fix that. As far as my RAM, I went from 16 gigs of RAM to 64 gigs of RAM. Ironically, Star Citizen itself uses roughly 10 gigabytes of RAM. So that was one of the issues I was having, and I didn't realize that it was RAM, it says it uses 8. 8 was an understatement. It uses 16. So I fixed that. It uses 10 to 12. So I had underestimated that, and when I combined it with streaming software, depending on the overlays that I wanted to use,
Fracturing mode on.
it would be anywhere between 500 megabytes to 2.5 gigs of RAM being used just by the streaming software. So I fixed that. And as far as tips or donations, NBA Diarrhea, that's going to be, I have it set up through Streamlabs / Ghost 3 Bravo, and also as far as you not being aware of Star Citizen is a game that's currently in 3.19 alpha, 3.19.1 alpha. So it's in a testing phase. There's a couple different setups. You know, you got your persistent universe, which is what I'm playing in. Then you have the PTU, which is the persistent test universe, which is where you can test the game features that are fixing to come in. And one of the unique things about Star Citizen is not only the fact is it the largest crowd-funded video game in the history of crowdfunding, but I think it's one of the largest crowdfunding projects, period. And the promise of this game is
Extraction mode.
it's a lot. It's a big goal, and I think the developers have a huge
Full. Fracturing mode
chunk of they have a huge task ahead of them.
mode off.
But when they finish the product they're wanting, that they envision to deliver, I think it's going to be amazing. I think their server meshing technology, along with the persistent entity streaming, will probably revolutionize video games. That just could be my opinion. You know, years of playing video games have taught me that my opinion is wrong in a lot of times. So a lot of things that we think are going to be revolutionary aren't. But I really, if this actually works, this whole project, then it's going to be amazing. Because persistent entity streaming is already in the game right now. So if I destroy my ship down on Aberdeen and I get my insurance and come back down, my destroyed ship is still down there. So I can use my Vulture and I can go down there and, you know, strip the hull if I wanted to. So that's one of the neat things about this. I encourage you to go check it out. Robert Space Industries is the website in which you can go read about what they're doing, what they're trying to accomplish, where the road is heading. And I know over the years the goals have moved a little bit, but you know, ever since I first started being able to play it, there's a huge jump into what we used to could do versus what we can do now, which is pretty cool. You know, they take a lot of grief because the game's not ready. The game's not ready. Well, they tell you the game's not ready. Yeah, they kind of say, oh, it's ready for you to play now. And it is. On the first-person shooter basis, and the bunkers are doing mining because you can mine. You can do box mission. You can do cargo hauling. You can do salvage, salvaging other ships. Are those game loops complete? No, they're not. Will they be complete? We don't know. I assume that they will. I mean, so far, I think they're at over $500 billion in donations, or it's something insane like that. But it tells you. I mean, they tell you on their website how many people are playing, how many people have donated.
Quantum travel complete.
And by donating, you don't have to get on there and buy these $300, $400 ships like people are doing. You can get on there during a sale, and you can get a ship for 35 bucks. You know, a good little starter ship. You know, I don't think any of the littlest starter ships are great. They don't look cool or anything, but you know, you can buy ships in game with in-game currency. You get a starter ship, you start out with your stuff, you watch some videos on bunker runs, and you go do some bunker runs. If you can't solo a bunker, soloing a bunker's pretty easy. You do a couple box missions, save up for some armor, or you can go straight in with your flight suit, your Horizon helmet, and your Odyssey flight suit, and you just buy a rifle. I say a P4. Get you a P4 and 2 mags, 2 Hemazol med kits, and you go out there and you spent, you know, maybe 2,000, 2,500 credits. And I think you start the game with 5,000 credits. You run out there to the bunker, you take your time, and you do it. You get 15,000 credits, right? And now you can go buy the cool guy armor. Then you go and run those and build your rep with the various security organizations in the game. You know, Hurston,
Please proceed to side
Microtech,
landing bay.
Arcor. I think Arcor is his name, Blackjack. Crusader Industries over at Orson. You do those things, you can build up money pretty
Please
fast.
proceed to assigned landing bay.
I mean, I've got 1 million credits, and that's with me giving away almost 1 million credits not too long ago. And that was just from doing bunker runs and 1 cargo run of my own stuff that I mined. Now, granted, you know, some of the game's not working the way it's supposed to, and you'll see I post videos about that too, and so do a lot of other people. You know, the bugs, there's a lot of bugs, and that's to be expected because you're playing a game that's in alpha. You know, I'm not out there saying that it's the most awesome game ever made. Does it have the potential? Yeah, it does. It really does. Is it better than Elite? I don't know. I don't know if it's better than Elite. I've never played Elite. I know the graphics to me look like they're better than the graphics in Elite, but I could take a lot of heat for that because there's a lot of people who love playing that game.
Landing gear down.
But I guess if a game is better is all about perspective. What games do you like? Are you interested in being a backer, which is what everybody who's playing this game right now are doing? We're all backers to the largest crowd-funded project. For instance, I'll show you how many people there are on the server right now. There's 96 out of 102 people on the server. So that's 96 people on just this server. And when server meshing comes on board, I guess those will mesh together somehow. So I don't really know how that works. So, oh, check it out. Somebody wrecked in this hangar. Because there's a part of their ship. So, ship debris in the hangars can be dangerous for you as a player. Come on. Alright, the elevator called lobby. So we're going to run over to the refinery. We're going to drop these things off. First, we're going to store our
Welcome
prospector.
to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Let's see, store our prospector. There we go. Let's go over to the elevators. Now I'm at Hurl L1. Oh boy, we need some sustenance. I'm about to kill my dude, huh? But don't hop on an elevator because for some reason the elevator over here at Hurl L1 is kind of messed up. NBA diarrhea. There's no need to. You weren't annoying. Those are real legitimate questions, and that's what everybody should ask when they're going to play a game like Star Citizen. That's really largely crowdfunded, because you never know what you're going to get into. Racing games are cool, you know. I think the big one everybody's playing right now, in my house at least, is Snow Drifters. I've never played it, but I watched my kid play it, and he seems to enjoy it quite a bit. But I don't think that's classical racing. I used to love playing Need for Speed when I was younger. I thought it was a cool game. I think Beam NG, I think that's what it's called. I think it looks pretty cool. I guess if I was going to play a game like that, it would be that one. Do you play on console or PC? I'm just going to monitor Twitch from my phone. Oops. Yeah, so I use Streamlabs to stream with, and there's another company out there called Restream. They make a tool for chat overlay that I'll be able to see the chat, because for some reason I'm limited in Streamlabs for my overlay to only show the main source that I log into. Alright, so I say this in every video, but if you're new to the channel, you can go right here and you can sell your ore directly, right? So if you're in a pinch for money, you can sell your ore directly right here at this terminal. You see our gold, 3,600 credits, barrel, 14,000, hephaestonite, right? 17,000 credits. Yeah, see, I figured Beam would be kind of cool if, you know, it reminds me, I don't know. I think it would be cool to play. Have you ever played Space Engineers? Okay, set up work order. So we're going to check our prospector. We're going to most definitely refine the gold. We're going to refine the hephaestonite and the barrel. So let's get our quote. Oh, that's on the Cormac method. You don't want that one. That's a low yield method, high speed. It's a high speed. It'll get it done quick, 32 minutes. But you don't get much of what you mined, and you want to get the maximum amount. So either use Ferron Exchange, which takes usually about 8 hours, see, for 7,000 credits, right? Or you can use Dink Solventation, which is what I usually use, 25 hours. Because usually I wait a whole 25 hours before I mine again. I'll wait 2 days and then I'll go mining again, because I only play 2 hours a night. I know I should get outside. Somebody told me that yesterday, but I only play 2 hours at night, from 8 o'clock till 10 o'clock, because I live in the central time zone in the US. So I don't want to be outside at 8 o'clock at night. But let's see here. I'm trying to get the chat room loaded in. Oh, so yeah, Space Engineers, it's kind of cool. If you like Minecraft, I think Space Engineers is similar in a lot of ways, but it's a lot more technical. Space Engineers can be really addictive and really fun, because you set up solar panels on a space station. You can play with other people. You can play solo. Since I'm typically a solo player, I would always set this goal to where I'm going to go to the next planet, and then I build so much stuff, I never actually get off the planet. So it's like, okay, why am I even playing this game? I got to quit playing this game. So, yeah, I like it a lot. PC games that are fun. You know, I mostly do Star Citizen on streaming, but I've been playing, what is it called? Besides this game, what have I been playing? Golly, I don't know. I'll have to. Now I'm curious. Now I want to look. So we do the Dink solventation. We let it sit for 24 hours. Gonna get a mining tool while we're here. Actually, let's look and see if we can fill up our cargo hauler with the 5 work orders that are already completed. So if I store that on the Freelancer Max, it's 2548, 24/7. Yeah, it's funny. I didn't think 2 hours was bad. You know, it is funny that somebody would say that. You need to get outside or whatever. It's like, okay, yeah, I was outside this morning when I was cutting grass, weed eating. It's 100 and like, I think the heat index today where I live at's 115 degrees. So it's like, yeah, I was outside cutting grass and weed eating, the hottest part of the day. But the last 2 hours, you know, doesn't hurt. I do go to bed early because I do have to go to work. Luckily, I'm off the next 2 days, so I'll be accomplishing a lot of work from home. Oh man, we needed to buy that. We gotta go back to the refinery. I get to talking and forget what I'm doing. I apologize. We need to go back and get a Boremax or a Saber tool. The Saber will give us a bigger optimal window when we're mining. The Boremax will help us with clusters. I believe that's what it is. We'll look and double check. All right, here we are. Utilities. The Ocunis. Okay, so the Ocunis gives us a optimal charge window size of 50% bigger, and it gives us a 100% more optimal window rate. The problem is right here. Cluster modifier. The cluster modifier is minus 20%. Don't like that one. So the Saber gives us a 50% optimal window size. It drops the resistance of the rock by 50%. It does give 15% to instability, and that's totally fine. I can handle that. But what I really like is, let's see. Stalwart. Okay, so Stalwart gives us 35% less instability. It gives us a 30% cluster modifier. It gives us an optimal charge window rate of plus 50%, but it downgrades our optimal window size by negative 30. So when you're working on some of the more delicate rocks where the window's already paper thin, 30% is kind of huge. So we go here. This ups the resistance of the rock by 10%. Negative 70 to instability, so it really stabilizes our beam, right? So we don't get that jump. You know how a while ago when I was mining, it kept doing ding, 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 making that weird noise? That's because of the instability. And it also affects the how, you know, where it raised up and then all of a sudden it dropped down for no reason. So we get this, and we build onto our cluster modifier with 30% extra. And before you ask, no, we cannot put two tools on there at the same time, which was, you know, that kind of stinks. We're gonna buy 5 of them because we have loads of money, so it ain't gonna matter. So I use this mining head, the Hofstede. It's a really good. I wish it had 2 module slots because the Helix does. The Helix has 3. The problem with the Helix is right here. It's minimum power is 1020, right? The Hofstede is 105, but the Helix. Oh, this is a Helix size 2, so I don't have the Helix size 1 here at this station. But there's a huge difference in between the Helix and the Hofstede. So if you look at the Klein, you get a negative 378 on your minimum power, right? Your 378 minimum power, 2220 on the head, and that looks good on the surface, right? Because it's a little bit more powerful. No module slot. So the Lancet has 2 module slots, but that's the size 2, so there's no size 1 Lancet here at this station. But you can really put some really cool modules on here. So they have a Rieger C2 module here at Hurl L1. You can get the C3 module at Hurl L2, which is where I went to get mine. And that it gives you more power to your laser, and it decreases your. This one gives you 120%, and it decreases by -3%. Now the C3 decreases by -1%. I believe your power is 125%. So it's a better module. So okay, we bought a couple of the Bore Maxes. Holy cow, there's Had Night. I forgot about that. It was in my box from last night. So we'll sell that right here. I think we can sell it here. Let's go check it out. We'll go check it out. So to get there, we need to go to the Galleria because we need to go to the admin building, basically. The admin is up top. So we'll go up to admin. If you ever have any fines, you can pay them right here. Commodity shop. Select an inventory. We're going to select Pearl L1 Green Glade. Yes, we can sell our Hadnite here. So look at that. 57,000 credits for some Hadnite. And that was just from rock mining the other day. Its total is 0.20 SCU. So rock mining is very profitable in this game. And that's using the Gray Cat rock. You can buy that with in-game currency. I think it's like 154,000 credits. I just rent them. Because you can rent it for like 3,000 credits and call it a day. If I was a new player starting out, I would buy a Stalker. Not a Stalker. I would make sure I bought a ship capable of cargo running. And one that I could put a rock in the back of. Because that's the quickest way to make money after bunker running, is rock mining. And obviously you step up to a prospector. And you already have a ship capable of hauling cargo. So that's
Welcome.
pretty
to the
awesome.
ASOC vehicle retrieval system. Vehicle selected. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Yeah, so I can't get that to pull up. And that's the worst. Not being able to pull up your chat is not a good functionality. Because I should be able to monitor all three at the same time. And it not be an issue at all. Alright, so our prospector's in Hangar 4. forgot something, but we'll get it as soon as we get on our prospector, because I want to add it to the prospector itself's storage. So if your elevator ever blacks out like that, just kind of stand there for a second and wait for your screen to load in. Sometimes if you don't and you walk forward, you will fall through and be in space. So that's just a little precautionary tale there. Okay, so here's what we do. We go into our local inventory, make sure you're in local, and you're going to want to find the modules that you bought that you want to put in. I would have swore we bought like 6 of them. I guess it wouldn't let me buy 6. Let's sort, because I bet I'm messing up just not seeing them. Yeah, there they are. See? So you just hit your sort inventory. Now, inventory does stack, but there's no implementation of auto stacking. So that gets old pretty quick, especially if you need to stack your inventory to be able to sell a lot of stuff at one time. Because you see what just happened there? I was trying to stack that inventory and it errored out. And it's going to do it again, see? So that's an annoying bug. But I don't stack inventory during the play, except for magazines, and that's when I'm bunker running. Alright, so we have 3 bore maxes in our ship, and now I'm going to put 1 on our dude. So we're going to go back, and there we go, just like any other utility tool. And again, I always take a tractor beam out with me just in case, because sometimes you need to pick this stuff up, and you can't. So you just use a tractor beam, draw it into you, and call it a day. Also, if you're in a freelancer cargo ship, you make sure these doors open all the way, going to be in for a bad time, because you'll crash right in your hangar on the way out. All right, we're going to head back to Hurston, head back to Ariel. Spool that quantum drive and then let it calibrate onto your destination and go. And that's, you know, that's pretty cool. Quantum travel. Now if you're traveling from system to system, that can take a while. Sometimes, I think the other day it took me about 5 minutes to get to 5 minutes real time to get to Microtech. If you're in a slower ship, it'll take even longer. If you're in something small like the Anvil Arrow, you'll have to make multiple stops to fill up on fuel. You do run out of quantum fuel. almost back at Ariel. I'll show you how to use that Bore Max, because it does come in real handy. Make it a bigger
Quantum travel complete.
HDMS Bez deck. So that's where we're going, because I like to mine while I'm still in the sunlight. Mine in the dark is a pain in this game.
Quantum travel complete.
Alright, now let's go ahead and scan. Over there. We're already at a rock. Hopefully Bezdek wasn't where we started off a while ago. Because if so, it'll be the same rocks that I'd already busted hanging out down here. I can't wait to build that new desk. You know, once I build that new desk, it's going to be awesome. Because it's going to be taller. I can get my chair up under it just fine. I'll actually have some space for my arms to be on top instead of me having to use the armrest on the chair.
Fracturing mode on. Mining mode on.
Alright, several rocks. Let's hope this isn't the ones we've already busted. We'll know as soon as we hover over. I know we didn't bust that one. That one's too big. Yeah, way too big. The only reason I scanned that was on the off chance that it had some daggum gold in it. We should be able to do this one. Nope. It says it's impossible at 15,000. See, that's that instability right there that I was talking about. See how it's jumping up and down? It rotates. If you get any kind of build up at all anywhere. Storage level? No. This one's huge. 53. You need an Argo mold to do that one. Because I don't even think two prospectors would be able to get it. It's just that big. Do I know? I don't blame you on that. No, that's why I'm minimizing. I'm actually going to build mine out of some 2x6s on the top and get some hairpin legs off Amazon. And then I'm wanting to coat it with epoxy. And since I use that burnt orange color in my logo, I'm wanting to put some mica powder in there to color the top with, and then come back over with a final pour. So I mean, all in all, I think I can get the epoxy for about 40 bucks. The hairpin legs, I found a set on Amazon for about I think 30. So that's 70. And obviously 2x6s that I cut myself, they're like, I think 2x6s are $5 right now. And I need 5 of them to get or 6 of them to get the distance I want. And the length, and actually I think I can get the actual width. I could probably just do it with 3 boards. I'll have to check that out, because I can get 2x6x8s and trim them, and I'm using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would be, yeah, I could use 2x6x8s and still have a desk that is both deep enough and wide enough, just by buying 3 of them instead of 6. So that's actually perfect. I'm glad you brought that up, because if I wouldn't have thought about that, I would not have thought about it. Because I can actually do more without having to buy those boards. I knew there was a reason why I didn't draw it out. Is that rocks or jewels? It's hard to tell. We'll find out. So notice how those crosshairs in the middle, they're actually triangles instead of an X. And that's to let you know where your ship is actually nosing towards. Right? Where it's actually actual trajectory versus the direction that you're wanting to travel. Atacamite, I don't know how you say that. Look at that. Gold. We're going to be 27% gold. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to land. We can bust that one. It says it's hard, but there's no sense in not putting in the hard work for the gold.
Landing successful.
So be careful when you're landing. Don't go down too quick. Make sure your landing gear is down so you don't break and destroy your ship. Cut your engines off before you get out, because if the wind's blowing, then your ship will be in a weird position. It can actually blow around because your VTOL is trying to hover, basically. Also, I learned the hard way, when you're on these planets, just let your guy automatically come out when you exit, because if you jump out, you'll probably fall down on the ground. I guess I should have marked the stone. I'm not seeing the gold. Alright, so that's my mistake. I always like to point my ship right at what I'm looking at, but I should have paid more attention to the environment, because this is really rocky out here.
Launch sequence complete. Fracturing mode on. Landing successful. Engines off.
Okay, so now we pull out our Bormax after we rotate through all of our other tools. So this is the rock we're wanting to put it on. So I'm going to stand at a distance and put it on there from the distance and see if that makes a difference in how the sliders work. So you hit F and you can zoom in. So that does make a difference in how the sliders work. So that's awesome. So you just slide it over. You're trying to get your wavelengths to match the wave that's on the screen. You want to get it as high as possible. So that's propagation, right? So we're at 98%. All right, so 98% is probably the highest that we're going to be able to get. So we just hit activate, let it do its thing. When the green light's on, we're ready to go. Don't know why that happened. I don't have a regular weapon on me. Thank you so much, Missy. She's a sweetheart. Usually I drink Mountain Dew. Everybody knows that. That's watching the channel. But all I have on me today is Sprite, and I only had one of those, and I drank it. Now I'm gonna drink a Dr. Pepper. I know what everybody's thinking. I should be drinking water. But you know what? I don't want to drink water right now. I want to drink a soda. So I just started streaming last week. I just decided, you know what? I like playing this game. I want other people to see it. You know, I want other people to like the game because I've watched other streamers stream the game, and they are the ones who inspired me to play it. And I'll mention one of them by name. Actually, I'll mention two: Captain Birch and Space Tomato. Made me want to play Star Citizen. And that was a while. That's been a while. So, yeah. And if you're wanting to do it, YouTube's pretty easy, especially if you dedicate yourself to the YouTube channel. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm multi-streaming. And one of my problems is since I'm multi-streaming, the only chat window I can see is the YouTube chat. That's why I got to download that other tool. Probably these weird rocks like this. They don't want to give you any help. Because a while ago it said hard, now it says challenge. Probably because it put that club modifier on there. Let's get right in on the rock. Enter. Although I don't think that's how this works. Do it from the optimal range, see if that makes a difference. Mining difficulty. Too big to break with your current stuff. It's literally 9,000 mass. Now it says it's hard. So I go to this side, it's not hard, it's challenge. Start fresh. So yeah, back to talking about this. With Streamlabs, what you can do, you can dedicate to your YouTube channel, right? You can do cross clips to create shorts, and you can use their video editor. But you got to sign up for Ultra to use it, I believe. And I think Ultra right now is $49 a year. Let me double check real quick. It might be more expensive than that. So Streamlabs Ultra cost? $19 a month, but what's the year cost? I know it's cheaper to do it for 1 year than it is to okay, it's $149 a year. So you save $79, or you can just test it out for $19 a month, and it'll allow you to multi-stream. You can add up to 11 guests or cameras. You can have a custom named cloud bot that automatically does it for you. And you can do your thumbnails there, Twitch panel maker, all that stuff. Really, I'm using it so I can multi-stream. And that's the deal with it. Where's Star Citizen? Okay, we paid 0 heavyweight. Star Mine. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Let's get closer to that tool. Don't hit the tool with your laser head, though. With your mighty head. Back up. I think we're going to get it. It's going to take a while, but I think we're going to get it. And it'll be worth it just for that gold. Anyways, yeah, you can use cross clip, and you can, it's a pretty neat tool. You can also do it in Power Director. Just make sure that you're recording your videos at the maximum frame rate. I would recommend, if you have enough RAM, to record your video while you're streaming. That way you can edit it in a higher resolution than Power Director, something like that. Well, I've been using cross clip because it's so quick. You can use a video editing software like DaVinci Resolve or any of them really, and put it up in the whatever format you want to use and edit your video down. I just use Power Director because I use it for so many other things. I didn't know that you could get DaVinci Resolve on a free version, or I probably would have got it. But now I'm used to Power Director and all its ins and outs and title building, graphical overlays. So I just stuck with it. Now that's on PC. Now I don't use the mobile version. I think there's 2 different software. Because man, it's way different. Quick question there, NBA Diarrhea. Are you who I think you are? I've been thinking about it for a while now. Oh man, look at this. Are you seeing this? So we've just been letting it go, right? I even went off screen, sitting in the same spot. And we're gonna bust this rock, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. Let's get that gold.
Extraction mode on.
Oh, that's mostly iron. That means this one's gotta be mostly gold, right? Does your name start with a K? Twitch is showing up a black screen. That's unusual. See, it did that last night, but then after the fact, it was just fine. I don't know why Twitch is doing that. Let's see, who am I looking for? There we go. Error occurred while playing this content. It shows it up. It's just saying that there's an error occurring. There's nothing worse than buggy software. Well, I'm using a cloud. It's a cloud service for multi-streaming. I'm not like literally sending 3 streams out. I'm actually using a cloud service. But Facebook and YouTube are showing fine. See, that's so unusual. Twitch is supposed to be the premium platform. %, 23%. Take the 38%. We're gonna fill up with a lot of inner material, but getting this gold is worth it. Do you have the Twitch app? You do, and are you in the app right now? So it's not showing you anything in the app either. That's lame. It's showing me as being offline. Yeah, Twitch is literally showing me as being offline. That's what I thought. Okay, it looks like I'm going to end up having to cut play short because of the streaming issue on Twitch. Twitch just shows that I'm not streaming at all. And they did that to me last night too. But then after the fact, I went back and reviewed and everything was fine. Kilometers, kilometers, however you want to say it. Yeah, you want to know what's funny? Twitch on the preview shows that I'm live, right? And it also shows the last thing I just did, which was break that rock. It shows where I'm at right now if I refresh. It's just not streaming the stream. That's a Twitch problem. That is so lame. Star Citizen server lag right now. That rock took a few minutes to pop up. And you know what I did? I forgot my bore max. We should be able to get this one split. No, we're not. We're not going to risk it. I'm going to fly over here, land. We're going to get that to split. We're going to put another bore max on it. That's why I buy more than one, just in case I dadgum forget.
Engines off.
Let's be this rock to the left. So when I get out of the ship, it'll be straight ahead. This one right here. 4, 4. Why is it not working the way it's supposed to? Thank you. So if Twitch isn't working, then I know for sure that YouTube's working, and so is Facebook. And I am able to monitor both chats. Okay, so we got a bug with our bore max. So now we'll try again right here. Let it analyze. Okay, so 55%. Now we should be able to get that somewhere a lot closer. And my YouTube handle is @Ghost3Bravo if you're having to switch from Twitch to YouTube. Let's change this waveform some. So we need to try to get this a little bit better. So getting close. Let's drill down on this. Drill down on this propagation. Let's drill down on that scatter. That's funny that it's showing only 50%, but I'm pretty sure I'm matching the waveform exactly. Look at that. And it's telling me 50% accuracy. That's ridiculous. That is... Alright, let's replace it. We'll let it reanalyze again, because sometimes it will give us a better analysis to start with. Alright, so we're starting at 71%. So we're going to drop our axial scatter. Alright, so we don't want to drop it. We want to raise it up some. %. 98%. 99%. Oh, 99%, guys. That's awesome. I may have to stop streaming on Twitch. If this keeps occurring, because it happened last night too, and that was with a debt. Neither. You'll have to type that in. Actually, I can type it in. Yeah, see, it says I'm live right now on the desktop, but it shows a question mark. Max. Here I am. This is where I'm at right now. See, so Twitch is working. Nope. Twitch is done. They ended my stream at 1:43 and uploaded my video. And Twitch is actually really choppy compared to YouTube and Facebook. No, I'm still live, see? No. I don't know. It's a pain.
Engines on. Launch sequence complete.
Yeah, no, it's showing that I'm offline. So with the Bore Max, we're able to get all of that sorted. I mean, it's not our internet speed. I just checked our upload. We're uploading at 1 gigabyte a second, but our stream isn't even. It's like it doesn't even require that much speed. So I don't know why we're having problems. Much better. Nope, we did not. What? I just heard myself. I just heard myself. Okay, so we have to go into our map and clear the route because it's
I
still
thought
showing
so.
Hurston. Oh, see, I'm back. Thank you for letting me know that. NBA Diarrhea said I was back. Audio's back and everything's working. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's going to be some kind of server side issue that I don't have control of. Because I've been tracking, in my software, I've been tracking how much I'm uploading, whether I'm skipping frames or anything. I'm showing a 0% skip frame rate, which is really, really good. Because usually you're going to drop a few frames. Well, my bit rate set so high, we shouldn't be dropping anything. And with upload speeds as high as what I'm getting right now, it should be a non-issue. It's okay. Now we're gonna land back down. We're gonna run over and get our port max.
Landing successful.
So to do that, I use my little gun here. There we go. Sit somewhere I can actually reach down and grab it. So I can't grab it, so we're just going to go into the inventory and pick it up and throw it in there that way. Come on. Sometimes getting into your seat can be a little buggy.
Launch sequence complete. Extraction mode on. Fracturing mode on.
Next rock. Let's check it out. Quartzite deposit. It's got it's gonna be small enough we should be able to break it pretty easy. It's got a lot of barrel in it. But we got so much hephaestonite, we wasted so much opportunity with the inert material a while ago. We're using up a lot of space. I would rather get hephaestonite. I think this one's gonna be too big. Yeah, 17,000. So I mean, we can get the barrel. It's 45% on that one, 50% on this one. So let's land, and we'll go throw the bore max on it. And it can feel tedious doing this stuff, but as long as you're just enjoying the game loop for what it is, it's really relaxing. And there's only one. I think salvaging is more relaxing than this is. This is pretty relaxing. And salvaging doesn't require me to, I mean, this doesn't require me to run all the way to Lorville every so often. The problem with going to Lorville is sometimes you lag. Because it's so busy there with their crazy looking cool clouds and all the pollution. It's really 99% just like that, huh? I wish we could get it to 100%. We're not going to be able to. Activate. All right, let's run over. In this case, I get too excited and I jump over. Gotta be careful with that jumping though in these moons. You'll be laying down damaged and dying, incapacitated for no reason. As far as my system settings go, I'm running a GeForce RTX 3070 and a 10th generation Intel Core i7. Or is it a Core i9? I think it's a Core i7. It's liquid cooled. Without the liquid cooling, it's going to be way too low. I found that my air doesn't help. My first, the AIO type, mounted at the top. You don't. It came factory mounted at the top of the case. And that AIO died because air bubbles propagated in the top by the electric motor and killed it. So one day I'm looking over there and I'm seeing my CPU temperature 70 and 80 degrees Celsius. And I was like, holy cow. So my frame rate got super choppy playing Minecraft all games. And that shouldn't have occurred. So I ordered a MSI K240, I believe it's called. And it's got the impeller on top of the CPU. Look at that shit, that rocks. It gives me a reading of the temperature on an LCD screen, so I'll know. And then I bought my RAM is Patriot Viper Steel Series, which I replaced the XPG, and I am most definitely getting better results out of it. When I did a load test earlier after reinstalling the RAM.
Extraction mode on.
So there we go, a large chunk of raw barrel. We should be able to fully load the prospector right here with just this one rock, if I'm not mistaken. As long as everything clustered the way I think it should have clustered. And so far it is. I mean, every one of these is so far been 100%. We just need one more to be 100%. We'll be good. We'll have filled up. Storage full. Let's land right here. Okay, why is it landing so weird? Let's see. Oh, because we are at a weird angle. So that makes sense.
Engines off.
Let's get up. Go get our bore max and then head back to Hurl L1 for our final drop off. You'll see how much this one's worth, just straight up, if we sold just the old. Almost did what I wasn't supposed to, what I said not to do. So there's no sense in trying to even do this. So let's scroll around until we can see that. And we can't. So I'm gonna just drop it on the ground right here. Squat down. See if I can hit grab, and I can't. Let's put this up, see if I can grab it this way. Yeah, see, there's no thing for me to grab it. So we'll just pick it up this way. And see, that works. So if you can't grab it up off the ground, just go to your inventory, squat down next to it, go into your inventory, and just drag it from the floor to your inventory, and it'll go right in. That's a little bug. It's not game breaking, so that one doesn't bother me as much. Those are just quality of life improvements that will come down the line as the game continues to get developed. Because I can't imagine the complexity of fleshing these systems out. Even in a modular design, when you add a new system, a whole new gaming system on top of the framework that's there, it's got to be quite a challenge. Just from pure programming perspective. Because anytime you introduce new code in that type, in any type of environment, it's going to have conflicts with the code that's currently there, especially when it's going to be multi-teams working on the game. And I assume it's a multi-team thing. You'd have to assume that. I mean, a game this size, there's no way it's being developed by 10, 15 people. I mean, look at No Man's Sky. When it came out, it was practically in alpha phase. And it took them years to build it into the game that it is today. And quite frankly, No Man's Sky is quite amazing. I really enjoyed playing that game. I haven't played it in a while, but it was an enjoyable game. My problem with it is monotonous, but they're always adding new things to that. They're still actively adding new things to that, but it uses a lot of procedural generation, and when you use a lot of procedural generation, you end up with, I don't know, the same stuff over and over. The same stuff but different. I saw that they were going to do that with Starfield. Procedural generation of planets. There weren't going to be that many. 10% of all the planets in the game are going to have life on it. And at first I was like, man, that's crazy. Nobody wants to play a game like that. But then I got to thinking about it. The real universe is that. Actually, 10% is a huge stretch, because as far as we know, this is it. When you really think about it. To our knowledge, this is it. So, what's the percentage on that one? So, complaining about Starfield being 10% planets having life on it, and that being, oh man, that's just terrible. When in reality, in our own universe, there's way less than 10% to our current knowledge. Now, could that change in the future? Possibly. I doubt it.
Hello.
So you most definitely want to be careful bringing your prospector in, because like I said earlier, it's a clunky ship to fly. And if you watched one of my videos, I added to the debris on the space station on accident by flying in here. Because I'm super experienced. I've been playing for so long, I shouldn't crash. No. Once you start thinking that, you end up crashing all the time. Or you get the invisible wall bug, like when I was rock mining. We're just flying along. Granted, it could have been the rock in the back, maybe. Maybe I didn't park it right, or maybe the physics engine itself messed up. Could have been a server delay. I don't know. But look, I'm going to show you guys something real quick. If you're still watching this video, see I'm coming into the hangar, right? But look at this right here. You see this? This is floating around the hangar. This is debris from where somebody crashed. Okay? Beat. Don't even get near it. See how we got that collision alert? That's letting us know there's a bunch of invisible, or too small to see, or you can barely see it in that case, stuff that can kill you. So be careful when you enter that hangar and when you exit that hangar. I can't say it enough times. Last update, last patch 3.19, it was horrible at the hangars.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Like if I got put on hangar 4, I was upset, because I knew the moment I got at hangar 4, I was going to either blow up or hit some invisible thing, or what I thought was invisible. And you can see some of it, but you can't see all of it. That's the problem. So let's get out. Let's run over here to the refinery, and we'll start working on our last little bit here. Let's go right here. Where's my tractor gun at? So, I don't understand why the tractor beam doesn't work in here yet, because they're going to want us to load our own cargo eventually, or hire other players in the game to load cargo for you. So eventually the tractor beam is going to have to work in these hangar bays. Oh, I'm glad you were able to see that. So if you start playing this game, just know that that's a real risk. I will tell you, this game is very CPU intensive too, as well as GPU.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
So let's store our prospector, because when we're done playing for the night. 2, I like to have it stored so I can just run over here to the elevators. We're going to go to the refinery, and we're going to see how much this is, and go ahead and put it in for the work order to start smelting all this stuff in the ores, so we can sell it down on Lorville. And once we have enough that I think we'll fill up the Freelancer Max, then we'll make a cargo run and see how much we can truly get from just the tier 1 and tier 2 ores. Okay, so I'm gonna say that we'll do it like Japanese anime style. So Quantanium is S level, S class, right? That's your S class. And gold is like your A rank heroes or whatever. So yeah, this right here would sell for 36,000 credits as it is, because they'll actually give me 10 measly credits for the inert material. They'll give me 1 for the iron, but 6,000 for Hephaestonite, 14,000 for that little bit of gold we got, and 15,000 for all that barrel. So the little bit of gold was worth the trade-off. Like I said, if we could have got more gold, would have been good. I wish I could have got more Hephaestonite, because this is actually worth quite a bit, because if it was 32%, we'd be looking at 12,000 AUEC. So that would have been good. So we'll go right here. Again, we'll begin our work order. I'm not sure how many work orders we can actually have stacked. I imagine it's quite a few. So we'll do the gold, the Hephaestonite, and then the barrel. We're going to use Dinks again. Get quote, 23 hours is all this one will take. And we'll have 2,405, which is 24 SCU is what that boils down to in size. Confirm. So now, if we were to load our Freelancer Max up, we have 25 SCU, 24 SCU, 24 SCU, 16 SCU, and 22 SCU. So yeah, I'd have to get a calculator out, look at all this, and see what it is that I've actually got. But it's pretty good yield. And then the last two will obviously end up with another 20 2200 SCU. This one will be the almost 2000 SCU. And that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these, maybe 5 or 6 of these should fill up the Freelancer. And then we'll just do a dedicated cargo run video. I'll put it on YouTube. And, you know, instead of streaming it live, I'll put it on YouTube. But I think that's it for tonight. I appreciate everybody watching. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments section, either on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. I'll get back to you and let you know. Anyways, y'all have a great